Welcome to Lincoln, Nebraska, and they play some of the games immortals have called home. Johnny the Jet, Frazier, Crouch, Rozier, and many, many more have built this big red legacy as this crowd is ready to cheer on their beloved Cornhuskers. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the USC Trojans taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Cornhuskers will kick it away to start. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Out of the gun to give to the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The RPO fired complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Doesn't SC always seem to have a quarterback right out of central casting and one that'll pick up a first down for you with his arm?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter the year. It just doesn't matter the number. It continues to churn out. They find those guys. Just such an easy place to recruit. When you got that kind of pedigree, you always find superstars at the quarterback spot.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Now the play fake. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to throw. It's Harbor. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Great timing by the defense there. Obviously, the offense has the ball in the red zone, and you're trying to create a negative play to back them up. They do that with the sack, and if they're now going to try a field goal, it's going to be a little more work for the kicker.
And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
Looking to move it through the air. It's complete on the right side. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield. Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. It's caught downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
Man, I really love the way this guy looks when he's toting the rock. You think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and being the starting running back for the Trojans. There is so much competition, not just in the state of California, but nationally, to come to this school and be the guy, to be RB1. He's on the field for a reason. This guy is unique. He's got speed and vision. What a weapon.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Now he's looking to throw it. Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll pull it down.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
3rd and long from the 30-yard line, and this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. He's got his man. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. On 4th and 11, they decide to go for it. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. Not much of a decision to make there, as the defense will move them back. The Trojans send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Touch pass on the run. Jukes his way for more. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Yeah, listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. It's still a successful play.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the 1st down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that 1st down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a 1st down. And the Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. To the air, it's Harbor. Quickly to the tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the 1st down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Running back searching for a hole. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Pulls it and fires to the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. From the gun, running back on the move. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33.
Just a simple power play, power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a 4th quarter game. Make them feel you, keep them off balance.
Trying to get to him. Finds his tight end. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the 1st. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Nebraska 3, USC 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. The give to the back. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Harbor. They're bringing heat. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Nebraska! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy. Time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He only needs a sliver of daylight. A huge return there, steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to throw, it's Harbor. Pocket starts to collapse. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground, their third sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. They're trying to get to it. He's going to run it. At the 35, he's loose.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead's extended a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Ohio State is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners like Eddie George and Archie Griffin in the pantheon of greats in Columbus. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Purdue. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll give it to the back. Running with power. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a pick.
They'll go back to work after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 36. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. That'll be a gain of about 7. Leaves him with 3rd and 3.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Coming to the line, looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 29. Looking to throw for it. Now improvising. Trying to make magic with his feet. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Holds and fires complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. But listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. Feeling some heat. He's got it. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knocked him down at the 3. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that 1st down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
4th and goal from the 3, and the offense will stay out there and try to finish the deal. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, USC.
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. No good. Boy, that field goal really could have helped the mental health, but still a 13-point game.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
He makes the connection. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. This offense has a second down play. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Looking to throw, it's Harbor. Coming after him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical. Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
He wants to throw. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
Getting some heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Keeps looking downfield. He's going to fire to the left. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Huskers will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
It's now 2nd down.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gentry. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He's going to take off. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back. Nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off.
He lobs one high down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short, trying to get to him. How about this defense making a statement to end the half with a sack? First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Got it set up on the outside. At midfield, he's got room. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. New set of downs after that completion. Quarterback on the keeper. Picks up the first down, still moving. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. You know, Eric Crouch might be the fastest Husker quarterback I've ever seen until now.
And that's a big compliment. But you watch just the burst. Take off from the quarterback spot, be a threat. Defenses are so annoyed when you got a quarterback that can take off and put yourself in a bind like this.
He breaks a tackle.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Harbor. They're bringing heat. And the defense, got him at the 27th.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. The give to the back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And the Trojans get enough for the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. The give from the gun. Fighting off the defender. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Gets it out quickly. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form to him.
Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Losing, we got to put a few drives together here, but most importantly, I got to stop getting my quarterback hit. I got to give him a little bit more protection, maybe that extra second so he can get that deep ball off and make some plays for this offense.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. Dumps it to the back. And the incomplete pass turns the ball over on down.
And sometimes the best defense is a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
The give on the counter. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Goes to the option. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration so my running back can fall forward just like that and get the first down.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. To the air, it's Harbor. He's got him this time. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
The Cornhuskers are on the move. Past the sticks, and he may get more. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender. It is rare to have this kind of speed at the quarterback position. And the tough thing for a defense is even if you're right, he can make you wrong.
Same thing for an offensive coordinator, just the opposite. You might dial up the wrong play, but because of his speed, natural athletic ability, he can bail you out and go find positive yards.
He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
His running ability has been, I think, the biggest key for his offense's success so far in this game. That time on the RPO, nobody open, and he just takes off running. And we've seen him do it in a variety of ways, on designed runs, on scrambles, and even in the RPO game. He's making the right decisions, and he's just too athletic for this defense to tackle.
16, USC, 0.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching. Keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Dropping back, it's Harbor. Throws to the back. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Go straight ahead. Goal line defense on fourth down, and they give him nothing, making the stop at the 2.
I think that might be the very definition of just trying to rub salt in the wound, right? You got the lead, multiple possessions, you're looking really, really good, late in the ball game, and you go for it again. So you're just trying to, listen, it's their job to stop you. I like your offense doing what they do. Forget you, defense. Get a stop. That's your job, and you did it.
Second down.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On second down, he'll let it fly. Going to try to get it himself. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the first down with your feet can be.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
Wants to throw on first down. And the timing just a hair off.
Brings up second down.
And now on second down for this offense. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
They'll try to pop the draw. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Trojans will send out the punt unit. He gets a block. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They go to the draw. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Tough slanting in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down.
Well, after the tackle now, that sets up 4th and 2. And these offenses, they practice for these types of situations. It's not like they just have quarterbacks sneak in their back pocket for 4th and inches. They've got plays designed to go and get this, David, so it'll be interesting to see if this offense wants to roll the dice.
Yeah, and most of the time, I'm rolling the dice. I'm going to be aggressive. And as a defense, you also know that, too. And you're ready. You're not caught off guard by offenses nowadays going forward on 4th down.
That keeps the score. Nebraska 16, USC 0.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. They've got it at the 41. 3rd is short, trying to keep the chains moving. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Trojans will punt it away on 4th down. He'll try to really get into this one. Fields the punt and try to pick up some yards. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. At the 45 on his way. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line gets set, 1st down. Toss to the outside. Turns it on in midfield. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Leaves it with the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to the ground game on the left. Spins away with great balance. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Now on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. Bulls his way forward. Knocked off his feet.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next 3rd down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. A strong, methodical, workman-like effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got